Coming up tonight on Nightside, residents in Nashville using every hour of daylight today to begin to pick up the pieces from last night's tornado. Their description of what it was like to live through it and their determination to come back from it.
The same storm system that caused that damage also causing major flooding problems across the state, and it may not be over yet. What the residents near Toadsuck Lock and Dam are being warned about.
And going to great lengths to fake a sick day. One website is creating fake doctor's notes. We put them to the test and find out how much trouble you could be in if you use one.
Working for you in the spirit of Arkansas. This is Channel 7 News Nightside.
Cleanup in nearly a dozen counties after last night's severe weather. Topping our news tonight, 2 people were killed in Nashville, Arkansas.
Other counties littered with debris left behind by the strong storms and flooding they produced this afternoon. Governor Hutchinson declaring 10 counties disaster areas. You can see here on the map: Franklin, Garland, Izard, Johnson, Montgomery, Newton, Pike, Pope, Searcy, and Howard counties, all under the declaration. Jordan Bonke is in Howard County tonight, where 2 people were killed by an EF2 tornado. And Jordan, you were there when the governor toured the damage.
Well, good evening, guys. Now, this is the power of an EF2 tornado. I'm at the Church of Christ in Nashville, where the tornado actually ripped off the entire brick wall on one side. I got a chance to speak with the elder of this church a little bit earlier. It says when something like this happens, it actually makes the congregation that much stronger. With only hours of sunlight left in the first day after an EF2 tornado ripped through Nashville, those who were affected didn't hang their head, but rather got right to work cleaning up. Joe Martin, an elder with the Church of Christ in Nashville, sees this as an opportunity.
You know, you don't get stronger by lifting the same amount of weight.
The storm ripped off an entire side of the church, leaving massive holes in the roof, causing thousands of dollars in water damage. Just across the street, Liz McDaniel and her 88-year-old mother huddled in their closet to save their lives. Luckily, only a pine tree hit the carport.
Right immediately, things started hitting the house hard, and I was waiting for the whole roof to go off.
No, our sirens got struck by lightning.
After Governor Hutchinson assessed the damage where 2 people were killed, he announced a disaster declaration for 10 Arkansas counties.
It certainly takes a smile off your face when you see the tragedy. And
back at the church, even though the damage is overwhelming, they still have every intention to hold service this Sunday.
The people of Arkansas are strong, not just those in Nashville.
And Governor Hutchinson is still assessing the damage, much like this here at the Church of Christ in Nashville. So that declaration and those counties under that disaster declaration could grow in Nashville. We'll send it back to you guys.
Jordan, thanks. Torrential rain causing widespread flooding last night in many other counties. Here in Pulaski County, near the Perry County line, residents fighting back floodwaters that were at one point knee deep. Owners of the Diamond TR Riding Stables had to save their horses that were caught in the water. And in Hot Spring County, several cows stranded on an island because of floodwaters. Those cows were eventually saved.
New tonight, Faulkner County residents near the Toadsuck Lock and Dam being warned about possible flooding problems there. Faulkner County Civil Attorney David Hogue says the Arkansas River is expected to crest at about 277 feet. Hogue is warning any residents in low-lying areas to take precautions in case there's a breach in a levee. Hogue says the water levels could rise to the same levels we saw back in 2008.
Your Metro First Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Ned Permy.
Well, the natural state has seen 48 hours of severe weather on and off through the entire weekend. And right now, I'm happy to say that things are quieting down and we've got a chance to dry out from all the flooding rains in many areas of the state. Satellite and radar show a lot of clouds still hanging in, all moving from the southwest to the northeast. And the clouds continue to be fairly thick out there, but they are in the process of thinning, especially over the northern counties. That's all behind a frontal boundary that'll be pushing a little bit cooler and drier air in. Temperatures around the metro area are in the 60s at Beebe, 65 there. Cabot at 65. Little Rock at 69 right now. Maumelle at 64 degrees. Perrin at 63. Benton at 64. Same at Hot Springs and the National Park. Piercy at 62 and 70 degrees hanging in at Pine Bluff. The forecast for tomorrow, well, we're taking the rain out. Enjoy a dry day with a mix of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the mid-70s, actually a little bit cooler than average for this time of year, so that'll be nice. Overnight tonight, low temperature of 58. There could be some fog developing after midnight tonight into the early morning hours, and then 76 with partly cloudy skies. There is more rain in our forecast. We will tell you when to expect it. Coming right up.
It just won't stop. Ned, thank you. New tonight, lawmakers will be making their way back to the Capitol for a special session. Governor Hutchinson says he is calling that session to consider incentives aimed at luring a defense contract to the state. The incentive package intended to help Lockheed Martin at its Camden facility. It is the first special session the governor has called since taking office, of course. The last session wrapped up last month.
UALR is planning to cut more than $2 million from its budget. The university is cutting $2.4 million after another decline in student enrollment and revenue. The cuts are also part of a restructuring effort the school began back in 2013. The school's enrollment has declined over the last couple of years. The budget cuts are set to go into effect this July.
At some point, maybe you've taken a sick day from work without actually being sick.
And while some employers don't require a doctor's note, oftentimes they do. But just how far are people willing to go? Pretty far, apparently. Some are taking to the internet to purchase fake doctor's notes. Maureen Glisovic here with us tonight with the story.
Well, whether you're looking for the classic doctor's note like this one or even a hospital release form, there is an abundance of excuse notes that can be purchased for less than $20. And as part of a 1 free month trial, you can even create a fake phone number. Take a listen.
Hi, you've reached Central Arkansas Urgent Care.
It's called eVoice, and it's just one of the many options to choose from when purchasing what the company calls a legit collection of printable fake doctor's notes. Which one is fake and which one is real? Are they both fake or are they both real?
Well, it looks to me like they're both real. I mean, you've got the person's name and a date and some reason why they were given the note.
I would say that one's real.
And this one's fake or real?
I think it's fake.
Okay. They're actually both fake.
Oh, well, there you go.
Whether it's a doctor's note, a children's clinic's letter, or even an oral surgery note, for less than $20, the possibilities are endless at bestfakedoctorsnotes.net.
I'm tempted to say immediately that that is fake and that this is real because of the barcode and some of the other details. But then if I'm doing this to fool somebody, I might have those details on.
Out of several people Channel 7 spoke with, almost everyone fell for these fake notes.
They both look fake to me.
What tips you off that they look fake?
Well, first of all, printing a piece of paper and then signing it's not a good sign.
To the untrained eye, they look real, but can they pass the test of a doctor?
This is our actual work note.
Compared to this?
Not much difference, is there? I don't condone this action at all. If I do end up finding out about somebody doing this under our clinic's name or my name personally, I would treat it like somebody who was trying to write prescriptions under my name, and we would be reporting it to the authorities for sure.
According to the company's website, while they do claim to be selling novelty doctor's notes and warn that mimicking real medical institutions and professionals is likely illegal, they do encourage testimonies from customers.
Very professional looking. Wonderful job. I get to go to my daughter's birthday party and keep my job.
I'd been homesick, and when I got back to work, they told me I had to have a note. Well, thank you very much. Your notes were so professional, and they look so great.
But what if you were to get caught? Little Rock attorney Trey Kitchens says suing would most likely be a lost cause.
They're going to fire you, and you will have no recourse against your employer. As far as suing the company that provided you the fake documents, I don't think you could successfully do that anyway.
And Attorney Kitchens added that you could even face criminal charges for forging documents and even a lawsuit by the doctor whose name you forged.
Well, we know that you're not going to be sick anytime soon.
No.
Because nobody's going to believe it.
Exactly.
Thanks, Maureen.
Dang it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And we want to let you know Channel 7 reached out to the company for comment, but we did not hear back from that.
Well, still to come tonight on Night Side, a vigil held for the Mississippi officers who were killed over the weekend.
A look at the vigil and the latest on the 4 people arrested coming up at 10:20.
And the last thing you want to hear about is more rain in the forecast, but we do have it later this week. We'll talk about it in the extended outlook and how much we can expect coming up in just a minute.
Channel 7 News Nightside, brought to you by Havner Law Firm, Everett Buick GMC, and by Middleton Heating and Air. Skycams, sponsored by Middleton Heat and Air. From the weather team with the most experience, this is Channel 7 Chief Meteorologist Ned Permy.
Well, it took the clouds a while this morning to thin out, but when they did, we had a little bit of sunshine helping the drying process today. All led to a nice sunset there late in the day. And here we are right now on our Middleton Skycam looking west up the Arkansas River Valley, and we've got cloudy skies still. We're going to see some fog possibly in the morning, and then we've got a time to dry out over the next couple of days before we see some rain building in by late in the week. Looks like the weather is going to remain fairly dry all the way through Wednesday. By Thursday, Friday, Saturday, into the weekend, we're going to kind of be back to a similar pattern. Severe weather, not likely, but we're going to keep an eye on it. This time of year, we always have to do that. But we definitely could see some rain showers moving back into the forecast. 69 degrees, our temperature right now. Remmel Dam, they let out thousands of cubic feet of water today from all of the heavy rain that we had there around Jones Mill and the Ouachita River. Caused some flooding for some of the areas along the river this afternoon and tonight. And temperatures for tomorrow will warm up into the 70s, but a little bit cooler than what we've had over the weekend. And the one thing you'll notice is drier air, lower humidity. Should make it up to about 76 tomorrow afternoon. Cloud cover is continuing. The upper level winds still out of the southwest, bringing the clouds through the region, but all of the rain well south of the frontal boundary. 6 o'clock, last time I talked to you, we had the frontal boundary in northwest Arkansas. It's moved through central Arkansas, should exit the state, and the clouds will gradually begin to thin out late tonight. As the clouds lift and the ground is still very wet and warm, and we've got cooler temperatures moving over that, we could see some areas of fog developing, and that'll be late tonight, well after midnight into the early morning hours. Not sure if it'll be widespread, but do want to mention it for your morning commute and your morning travels tomorrow. The rainfall rates have been pretty sufficient for sure. We've had over 1.5 inches at Little Rock, at Searcy, at Russellville, almost 3 inches at Hot Springs. 3/4 of an inch at Arkadelphia, lesser amounts to the north, but still Fayetteville picked up over 1/4 of an inch and almost an inch around Harrison. But now we've got time to dry out. These were the high temperatures today. Did make it to 80 degrees at Little Rock and Arkadelphia, rest of the readings, and also at Texarkana. Rest of the readings pretty much in the 70s, and these are the temperatures right now. 69 at Little Rock, 70 degrees still at Arkadelphia, 69 at Pine Bluff, 66 degrees at Monticello. And the cooler temperatures are filtering into the north. Mountain Home, Harrison, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, all in the 50s at this hour, which is really nice. And the dew points are dropping as that frontal boundary pushes farther to the south. Drier air will continue to spread in over the state. Futurecast doesn't have anything over the next couple of days to interfere with our pattern, to dry us out. We've got another wave in the upper atmosphere that'll be approaching our area as we move into late Wednesday, but not until Thursday will that system really begin to affect our state. So enjoy the dry weather we've got for you. Overnight tonight, 58 degrees, a little cooler with some areas of fog late. And then tomorrow, high temperature reading around 76, less humidity. It'll feel nice. And the forecast does bring rain back in and warmer temperatures as we move toward the late part of the week and the weekend. 50% chance on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 30% probability of rain, and temperatures by the weekend back into the mid to upper 80s once again. Getting closer to summer.
I was going to say, it's about time to be average again. All right, Ned, thank you.
Well, a SkyWest plane had to make an emergency landing this afternoon in California.
The reason the pilots brought it down and their skill in doing so after the break. An emotional tribute to 2 fallen Mississippi police officers today. Hattiesburg officers Benjamin Dean and LaCorey Tate were killed during a traffic stop Saturday night. The men remembered for their service, and one of Tate's colleagues reflecting on the 25-year-old's excitement about becoming an officer. Dean was remembered for saving a family from a house fire, earning him the 2012 Officer of the Year award. The 4 suspects, 3 men and 1 woman, are being charged for their deaths. Authorities say they stole a police car, using it as their getaway. One of the accused faces capital murder charges.
A plane with landing gear trouble made an emergency landing at Los Angeles International Airport today. The airport says the SkyWest plane was preparing its approach when it reported problems with the landing gear. The plane managed to land with half of its gear unable to deploy. One passenger says the landing wasn't that bad.
It was an incredibly smooth landing. I would say it was actually smoother than some of the landings that I've had with all of the landing gear down. So really kudos to the pilot.
There were 43 passengers and crew on board the plane. No one was reported hurt.
The defense in the sentencing phase of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev's trial has rested its case. Tsarnaev was found guilty on all 30 counts against him in the Boston Marathon bombings. His defense team called more than 40 witnesses to testify why he should not be sentenced to death. Today, his lawyers questioned his sister, Helen Prejean. Sister Helen Prejean, I should say. She's a leading death penalty opponent made famous by the movie Dead Man Walking. The prosecution wrapped up its rebuttal after calling 2 witnesses. Jury deliberations will begin on Wednesday. Coming up in sports, serious sanctions for the Super Bowl champs.
And she's the girl in the circle for a history-making UCA softball team.
From the Arkansas Select Buick GMC Sports Desk, here's Steve Sullivan.
All right, the NFL sacking Tom Brady for 4 games for violating the policy on the integrity of the game. They also hit the Patriots the record fine of $1 million. And New England will also surrender 2 draft picks, a first-rounder next year and a 4th-round pick in 2017. Wow. Well, new UALR basketball coach Chris Beard has finalized his staff, and the big news, and I think this is great news, Jason Flanagan is coming home, and the former Parkview star is back for a second stint on the Trojan staff. He'll serve as the associate head coach since leaving UALR back in 2008. He's been at UAB, Nebraska, and Mississippi State. Pro Hoops, a lot of folks still talking about LeBron's game-winning shot on Sunday and what he had to say after the game. LeBron revealing that he nixed the play call by head coach David Blatt and demanded the ball. This was Blatt today on being overruled by King James.
You know, I said last night, and I'd say again, you know, generally the guy who wants the check gets it, you know, and he really felt confident and sure of what that situation would bring about, and good it was.
On the court tonight, Hawks win to even that series. And look at this. Golden State is up big on Memphis, 74-49 in the 3rd quarter. Diamond Hogs are ranked 20th this week in the Baseball America poll. Let's check the rankings. These are the 6 major college baseball polls. The Hogs ranked as high as 20th and low as 27th. They're in a great spot with a week to go. They'll play their final non-conference game tomorrow at Creighton. And majors, let's go back to Sunday. Phillies and Mets, and what a grab by the dad who has his little boy strapped to him. One more look. He has a ticket in one hand and makes the clean grab with his left hand. I wouldn't advise that now in the stands, but unbelievable. Well, the UCA softball team is gearing up for its first ever NCAA tourney appearance. They'll play at Oklahoma on Friday, and odds are the Bears will go as far as their ace, Kylie Studioso, will take them. Kylie Studioso earned Iron Girl status last weekend. She threw 27 innings in 2 days during the Bears championship run.
Kylie having to throw 29, 27 innings, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot on your back, a lot on your shoulder, a lot on your legs.
One of those wins last weekend was a pressure-packed 13-inning 1-0 game.
I like pressure situations. I always have, like full counts, and that situation is something that you live for as a pitcher. You know, runners on second and third, 1 out, and that's the winning run. That's something that you want to be there. You want to be able to help yourself because that builds momentum.
Her head coach says Kylie is tenacious.
She's been told her whole life she's not big enough, she's not strong enough, she's not good enough, and she has just proved people wrong time after time after time.
Kylie's most impressive stat, she has 26 wins this season.
she's never going to let anything bring her down. You know, she may not have her best stuff, but she's going to find a way to get it done for us no matter what.
She's very determined. She knows that she can go after batters and beat them. And I think the best thing is that, especially when we're playing really good hitting teams, she knows that her defense is going to work well behind her.
And as for all the talk that she is the key to UCA's postseason success,
you know, I don't even think it's me. I just think it's everybody behind me, everybody playing defense. I mean, I just do my job, pitch to contact, and they pop up. The girls behind me hold it down. Without them, it's not possible.
I had seen pictures of her, a little video, and I thought she was like 6 feet tall and everything. Little girl, 5'6", 5'7", with a big heart.
And she can bring it, huh?
Yeah, great coach over there, and some very nice girls. Had a great time in Conway, and wish them well. Maybe they'll shock the nation.
Looking forward to that.
Good luck.
Sully, thank you.
We'll be right back.
Travel over Memorial Day weekend is expected to reach a 10-year high. About 37.2 million Americans expected to travel more than 49 miles, and we hope they don't get caught in that, from May 21st to May 25th. Nope, now they've changed their mind after they saw that. That's a 4.7% increase from last year. Retail gasoline prices are about $1 a gallon less than last year, which translates into an average of about $700 a year in savings. That relief at the pump and falling unemployment are combined to help boost holiday travel spending. I'm not getting anywhere near that.
And they're burning gas sitting there.
Yeah, they just lost all their savings in fuel. Where was that? And who goes there?
Why was it there?
Yes.
That's frightening.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the middle of that for Memorial Day weekend.
What's not frightening, at least for the short term, is our forecast. We got rid of all the severe weather, all the rain, all the flooding, and we have got some better weather, cooler and drier air moving in. Next couple of days, temperatures a little bit below average, 76 on Tuesday and Wednesday, 74. Should have a mix of clouds and sun, and then showers and thunder showers back in the forecast starting on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but not, again, a complete washout. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when these little waves will move through, but each one will produce a round of showers and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So they'll move in, move out, and be gone.
We've come to expect that.
Yeah.
All right, Ned, thank you. Finally, from the gridlock and the traffic video there to this video shot from two Daredevil's GoPro cameras. Check it out. Not for the faint of heart.
A duo from Russia and Ukraine have posted their attempt to climb a 2,200-foot tall skyscraper in China. The climbers snuck in on the Chinese New Year when all the workers were gone. They spent the night, picked a few locks, and then scrambled up the construction crane at the very top of the 115-story Ping An Finance Center. No word on whether they are facing any charges.
My goodness. Don't think I'm doing that either.
Me
That is it
either.
for us tonight on Nightside.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.